Okay, this is a two-part video series, and this is the second video of that two-part video series. The first video, its YouTube title, is in the description of this YouTube video. You gotta watch that one to completely understand the statements in this one and why they're being made the way they are. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm a target victim and activist concerned in the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. Now, this is just going to be a 15-minute video, so that's why I am talking as fast as I am. Okay, because I want to be able to try and compile as much information in this video as humanly possible within a 15-minute time period. Please watch the first video that this one stems from, because I stated in that video that certain things are going to be stated in this video, okay, creatively, in order to give you a pictorial representation concerning who I'm actually talking about, while having the ability to apply plausible deniability in reference to who I'm really talking about. And if you watch that first video and follow its instructions, I think you will understand the creative reasons why I chose to state what I state in this particular video the way I am. I'm in San Diego, California. I'm a target victim and activist concerned in the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. These criminalities can be extensively researched at Google and YouTube, so you can understand exactly what it is. Now, I read a person's blog not too long ago about that person, concerning how that person was being gang stalked at a college. That's right. And as a result of this individual being gang stalked at a specific college that they were going to in order to use their internet services in their library, that person started realizing that they were being gang stalked from the very first day onto that campus, including in while that person, a male, was using the computers in their libraries, including by library staff, students, and other individuals that came in to pretend like they were using the same computer services that the targeted individual was using. Over time, that targeted individual became to realize that they were being harassed with gang stalking methods by staff, student, and other people that were using the computer services that were in the area. Like homeless people would come in and use the computers as well. Okay? Now, the very first day, including all the subsequent days that that individual went to that college library to use the computers, immediately that person started realizing they were being harassed by library staff, library security, students, and other individuals that came in to use those computers in the library. And that individual was noticing that he was being harassed with gang stalking methods that he was experiencing as well along his route. Because in gang stalking expeditions, what they basically do is use different people every single day, no matter where the targeted individual is going to or ends up at: businesses, universities, colleges, transportation services, any business, any university, any college, any transportation service. Through the tracking, observation, and stalking of the targeted individual, that is how the manager of these expeditions is able to place the individuals around the targeted individual to harass them, and that same person has the community connections to get on the phone, okay, and connect with the people that work in the businesses, colleges, or universities. And that person is responsible for soliciting these people to harass that targeted individual in specific ways. And the ways that that targeted individual was harassed is the same exact way that that targeted individual is harassed along all their routes every single day. He was basically blogging that he was being harassed with physical gestures, words, and phrases, including by library security. Now, they then created an event to make it appear that they had a normal appearing reason and excuse to ban that targeted individual from that library for well, let's just say at least up to a year. That's right. And that person knows that they were banned from that library at least for a year because of a staged event that they brought about in order to make it appear that they had a normal appearing reason to ban that target for a year. It was a staged event, is what he was saying. Okay? That's right. That's right. Then he said once the year was up, he started going back to that college, and the same exact behaviors started to continue again. That's right. That's right. Including even using specific library staff and security to aid and abet in the overt harassment for that targeted individual to keep re-experiencing again even after that year or more was up. Okay? Just bear with me. Now, organized stalking and gang stalking, excuse me, one of the ways that they let the targeted individual know that they're being gang stalked is by sensitizing the target to specific words, phrases, physical gestures, certain persons, even certain types of people. Okay? And these are not the only ways that they let the targeted individual know that they're being gang stalked. And it is their way. Okay, because like say if you go to 7 places in one day, and in each 7 places you experience peculiar, okay, say if you experience repetitive behavior by a bunch of different people in each one of these 7 different places, okay, the behavior being actually normal, mostly normal, like individuals engaging in certain physical gestures, putting their finger to their face in certain ways, holding their finger to their mouth, okay, putting their finger like this to the side of their head, okay, like that, even adjusting their eyeglasses in certain ways, making sure it's done with the finger pointing. Go to Google and type in finger pointing and gang stalking. They're called sensitization methods. Basically what I'm trying to say is that they make the target aware that they're being stalked by repeating certain words, phrases, physical gestures, sounds, like specific ways of coughing and clearing your throat, and then they would use a combination of these 3 mentioned things around the targeted individual every single day, everywhere they go, non-stop. So the targeted individual experiences it by either seeing it and or hearing it. As a result, that conveys the message that they are being stalked and harassed as a result. And I'm talking about non-stop repetitive representing the target with these things. If a target sits down at a computer terminal in a public library, a college library, or whatever, where they sit down at, they then observe where the target is sitting down at. As a result, what they'll do is bring individuals within that same library to sit next to, in front of, and even behind that targeted individual to have them constantly repeat or continually do the physical gestures for that targeted individual to see, including even library staff who might be sitting behind the computer. And if their counter is in front of where the target is sitting and facing, then while the target's using the computer, every time they turn their head, they see the library staff doing it. Just sitting there at the library counter doing this, while the individual that's sitting across from them is doing this, while the individual that's sitting to the left of them is doing this, while somebody walks by them and does this, finger pointing. Now, if that targeted individual was banned from that library for a year as a result of a staged event they brought about, okay? That's right. And then the year expired, and then they went back into that library, and then they had a library security guard approach them to hand them some information concerning what the conduct and policy is of that library. And while that library security guard was handing them, that person, that information, to let the targeted individual know what our rules are so they don't break them or he'll be banned again, if that library security guard was handing them, say, information concerning their rules and their policies, while that library security guard is handing them that information, what would you say if that library security guard was doing these behaviors to that target as that person, that library security guard, okay, was gaslighting them with these physical gestures as that library security guard is handing them a pamphlet to the target in order to give the target a booklet that is supposedly showing what the library policies are. Do you see what I'm saying? A library security guard that's possibly gang stalking the target and showing the target that the library security guard is engaging in these gang stalking methods as the security guard is handing the target a code of conduct and policy pamphlet. Do you see the mental rape here? Basically what he's doing is that he's conveying to the target that I'm gang stalking you while I'm handing you rules of the library. It's called menticide. where they're trying to rape the target's mental processes about what's actually happening, while intimidating the target that they're going to be banned again as a result of handing the target a set of rules about the library's policies. These are the methods of gang stalking, and then what they'll do is turn around and call him crazy if he exposes it. That's right. Basically what they're doing is using a library security guard to mentally rape the target about the truth, while intimidating the target that they're going to be evicted or banned from the library again if any more problems transpire, problems that they stage. Do you see what I'm saying to you? These are the heinous, filthy lies, okay, and intentional, with complete malice, aforethought, and criminal intent expeditions of gang stalking. Basically what they want to let you do is they want you to notice that they're involved in the gang stalking of you, and that they're responsible for the events that bring about the banning of a target from a library, while walking up to the target and handing them their policies in a pamphlet. While that's being handed to the target, the library security guard is engaging in gang stalking physical gestures for that target to see as they're being handed the code of conduct and policy. It's mental rape. It's called menticide. It's their way to taunt the target about what's actually happening, while they have the ability to deny that they participated in it to begin with, and to then turn around and call the target crazy if the target makes a video concerning it. So, is that why this video was made creatively? Who am I talking about? Make sure you look in the description of this YouTube video for the first video. Now, my name is Leslie Williams. I'm being gang stalked at UCSD. I'm being gang stalked at all the businesses I go to. I'm being gang stalked at a specific place that I'm living at. That's right. And if you don't believe me, I want you to listen to this. And I want you to listen to it closely. This event occurred right up the street from UCSD on Thanksgiving Day. Do you hear these little freaks, one of them who has harassed me on over between 8 and 11 separate occasions, do you hear them say gang stalk? It's their way to remind me that I'm a victim of this crime by repeating the name of it everywhere I go. Gang and stalking, I'll F you up. Okay, so I gotta go, and I can't begin to tell you how much I really appreciate all of UCSD's help. Fellow San Diegans, fellow Californians, I appreciate you listening, and I hope and pray that you have a nice day. Thank you.